When you think of Vietnamese cooking, you think of banh mi, maybe a pho, but Duncan Lou's here to show us there's so much more to it, just like this beautiful dish. What are you cooking, Duncan?
We are going to do an absolute Vietnamese classic today with an Aussie twist.
Love
We're
it.
doing Vietnamese lamb chops
Yep.
with broken rice.
I love the sound of this. Rosemary and Vietnamese cooking, I don't usually associate them together either.
Exactly. You know what? I give this to my mum. She
Yes.
has nailed this flavour combination. It's an interesting flavour combination.
Yep.
Not one we ever think of.
Yes.
But, you know, mum, I take my hat off.
Oh, good on. I love all the mums out there. They
That's
teach us
right.
everything.
Justine, if you can grab some of that rosemary and mince that lemongrass as well, really fine. I'm going to move across to the mortar and pestle and get some garlic and spring onions, nice and aromatic here in the mortar and pestle.
And, you know, using a mortar and pestle is one of those things that it's a must-have when you're making a marinade, isn't it? Because you really get all those beautiful essential oils out of the ingredients.
Absolutely, it's chalk and cheese. You can use a knife with the garlic and the spring onion if you don't have one of these, but it really elevates the lamb because lamb is quite gamey.
Right.
And these flavours that we're using, it's an interesting flavour combination, but when it all comes together at the end, you'll know exactly what I mean. You're doing a great job on that lemongrass, and it's really important with the lemongrass to get it nice and fine, because if it's not fine, what can happen is it can catch the back of the throat while you're eating, so it's really, really important.
Yeah, it's got that woody texture, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Well, is this fine enough for you, Duncan, or
I
a
reckon
bit more?
that's almost spot on. Give it a little bit more, run that knife through, but I'm really putting you to work, aren't I, Justine?
I love working.
I'm going away on these spring onions here. They're almost there, because, you know, with the spring onions, how many times have you looked in the fridge and there's like a dead bunch of spring onions in there? It just happens so often. This is a great way to use, you know, the white part of spring onions.
Yeah, lovely little tip. And I'll add that sugar,
Yeah, beautiful.
pepper, and how much oil do you want?
Maybe 2 tablespoons, just to... Yeah, that's it.
2
Just
tablespoons.
Lovely. Bang on. So what I'm going to do here, the spring onions and the garlic's ready. We don't want to waste any of this flavour. So let's take that all off.
Okay.
Just like so. Look at that, beautiful. You can just smell that. It's just something about a mortar, pestle, garlic and spring onions. So if you want to pass that bowl over for me.
There we go.
Try and get my muscles to hold this mortar and pestle.
I know, I'll just watch this bit.
Straight in. There we go. So we're going to bring it all together now. Because right now it looks like a bit of a paste. What we want to turn it into is a bit of a brine almost. Because, you know, like chicken when it's brined, it gets a lot more succulent when it's cooked, and that's what we want this lamb to be. It needs to be nice and succulent. All right, so let's get some flavour. We're going to go with some sesame oil.
Yes.
Okay, we know sesame oil is quite strong, but in here, the lamb is strong as well, so don't be shy with the sesame oil.
Very nice.
All right.
Yep.
Oyster sauce.
Oyster, okay.
Yeah.
This is why I already like this marinade, and you can see how you could probably use this for different types of meat.
Absolutely. Beef short ribs or asado beef short ribs.
Yes.
Nice and thin. Whack it in the marinade, straight on the barbecue. Beautiful.
I love it.
A bit of salt.
Yep.
Just a little bit. And you know what? Actually, a little bit more because we are adding that water, so we need it to be a bit more salty than usual. And Old Mate anchovy salt. Like this.
What's this?
Oh, you like it? It would take your head off. Like it's.
Ooh, pungent.
It's very pungent. So this is almost. It's not a fish sauce replacement, but it's more of a salt replacement. So I'm not going to add too much. About half a teaspoon, just like that.
That's all you need to really
That's all you need.
get that savoury flavour.
Correct. It's what I call like the essence of umami. It's for those that aren't keen on using MSG in Asian cooking, it's a great alternative. Now, let's loosen it all up with a bit of water. You want to give that a good mix for me, Justine? Lovely. Look at that. Beautiful. We're going to put a fair bit of water, all right? Because we want to lubricate that quite well. There we go. And don't be too shy if it's a bit loose. Remember, we did over-salt it a bit, so it will flavour the lamb. So, Justine, pop it straight onto the lamb now. I'm going to get in with my fingers and marinate it in there now. Beautiful. So, for best results, marinate this overnight.
Yes.
But we're fine today. Fire up the grill. I'm going to get you to pop this straight on for me. 3 to 4 minutes each side.
Lovely.
Okay, Justine, that lamb looks bang on. You can take that off for me. We'll let it rest for a bit while we get onto the Nook Mum dressing.
Love that. And this cut of lamb is forequarter lamb.
yep.
So it's got the bone in it, it's got the different cuts. So you get the best of everything, and it's inexpensive too.
Super economical, very tasty stuff.
All right, we'll let that rest down there.
Let's move on to the Nook Mum.
Okay.
Okay, so Justine, what I'm going to do, I'm going to pop some garlic and chilies. Again, the mortar and pestle will feature.
Yes.
We're just going to pound that in there. What I might get you to do, get you to chop up a bit of mint and perilla leaf in there. That's going to form the fragrance, the herbaceousness in our dish, just to cut through all that lamb we've got.
So what I love about Vietnamese food is the freshness of it. There's always a herb element involved in it, isn't that right?
Yeah, beautiful. Get lots of that mint in there.
Okay.
A bit of that perilla, smell that perilla. It's, you know, if Vietnam had a perfume, this would be it. It's just glorious.
And they are just the best. I just love using
You have
them.
to get it. You have to get it for this dish.
Yep.
It really adds a lot of flavour. If you don't, Thai basil will work well as well.
Okay.
Just something fragrant.
Great alternative. So I'm just going to roll it up.
Yeah, roll it up and nice and finely slice it because we're going to fold it through the rice a bit later on.
Okay.
So I'm going to get onto these chilies. So 3 de-seeded chilies. If you like it hot, leave the seeds in, but you know, I'm just going to pick them off there like so. Now, sugar, really important for the balance of this dish.
Yep.
Lots of sugar. I might get you to cut me a lime cheek, please, Justine. Thank you very much. Apple cider vinegar, my secret ingredient.
Okay, so we're using some vinegar, but also some lime too.
Correct. Yeah, so 2 levels of acidity. Like when we're seasoning with salt, we use fish sauce, salt, anchovy salt. The more layers of savouriness or different types of flavours you have, the more complex it'll taste at the end.
Fantastic.
Yeah, so that lime will go straight in. A splash of water.
Okay.
And this is really interesting. So you can use hot water if you're in a bit of a rush.
Right.
But what cold water does, it forces you to agitate the sugar to dissolve it. And what happens is the sauce will actually turn a bit viscous, slightly viscous, almost like a bit of a syrup.
Right.
Beautiful when you pour it onto your rice.
Ah, you learn something every day.
Yeah. And a splash of fish sauce.
Just a splash.
Just a splash, not too much. We can always add a bit more.
It can really ruin a dish, can't it?
Absolutely. You can always add a bit more, but you can't take it out.
Exactly.
So I'm just going to dissolve all that sugar. That might take a bit of time. So what I'm going to get you to do, can you please fry me an egg? Sunny side up, please. We'll pop that on top of the rice. Beautiful. So this is coming along here now, Justine. So the hot tip to get this fish sauce right, or Nook Mum every time, it's to go by the confused palate rule is what I like to call it.
Okay.
So whenever you're tasting it, I'll get you to taste it actually.
Sure.
If you're confused on the palate, it means you can't tell there's any dominant flavours in there.
Right.
And most likely, you've nailed the Vietnamese dipping sauce.
Okay.
So give that a whirl.
Right, let's have a taste. Duncan, I'm so confused.
See? It's not sweet, it's not salty, it's not sour. Now, that's it.
Perfect. I love that.
Bang.
I love that
Okay.
idea.
So that egg's looking pretty good there, Justine.
Yes, it
So
is.
we're going to have to move quickly now because there's so many elements to this dish. So we've got the rice. So we're using broken rice here today. So that's all cooking on the side there. Looks beautiful.
Here it is.
Lovely.
So why do you use broken rice as opposed to just a classic rice for this?
Broken rice is all about surface area, which means flavour. Okay,
Right.
so all that sauce we're going to put on there is going to get into the nooks and crannies. So what? Get you to pack the rice into there. We're going to use a bowl as a mould.
Okay.
All right, that's the start. I'm going to get this sauce into this little bowl here so we can spread it on after. Yeah, that's it. Pack it in really well because we want it nice and squashed in there so it's going to mould.
I used to love doing this as a kid. But no, I don't want my rice on the side. I have to have a little bowl.
Perfect. Now what I'm going to just get you to flip it 180 and just drop it down onto the plate. Perfect. Lovely.
Very
Now,
good. Very
we've got to
good.
garnish it, and this is where this dish just goes to another level. So I'm going to pop some spring onion oil on there. So beautiful, nice and fragrant. Just a teaspoon, just like so. I'm going to put that back. We'll use it a bit later. I'm going to grab some tomato, almost like a relish. It's tomato sauce and onions. So again, acidity. So that just goes on top like so.
And Duncan's got this recipe for you online, so we can get that. Great.
Beautiful. Chopped cucumbers. I'm just going to pop a bit to the side here. And you can pop maybe a handful of mint just there for me. Lovely.
Just the mint or both?
Just do both. Just combine it.
Mix it
Get
together.
that nice and floral and beautiful.
Okay.
Lovely. Look at that.
That much?
Yep. Beautiful. Pop that there.
Yep.
Lovely. Okay. Let's get that lamb. What we're going to do with that lamb, though, I might just quickly grab a knife. We're just going to cut up into little bite-sized pieces.
Right.
Not too much though. I'll get that piece. That's a beautiful piece there. Very well cooked, Justine. So I'm just going to slit it here like so. So it can come off the bone. And the reason why I'm doing this, in this dish, is the only dish in Vietnam that you don't need chopsticks for.
Aha.
It's actually eaten with a fork and spoon.
There you go. I was going to say, it's going to be hard to eat with chopsticks.
That's right. So all about garnishing. That's all there. So I'll get you to pop that egg on top for me. So right on top, balance it nice and perfectly there. Just right on top, lovely.
There we go.
Beautiful. And then now I'm going to just top that with a bit more spring onion.
Oh,
A touch of salt.
what a masterpiece that looks.
All right, and then what happens is we're going to cut that. The yolk is going to mix into the rice. We're going to pour it. It all gets mixed in together. It's almost like a Vietnamese bibimbap. Just, you have to give it a whirl.
Yes, absolutely. So break that. So saucy. Get back here, a bit of rice, a bit of the lamb.
Lovely. That's it. You can see how you can't use chopsticks.
No way, no chopsticks here. And then yuck, mum.
What do you think? So much going on, isn't there? It's
So much going on. And yep, I'm sure it's amazing with pork. But you're onto something here
a
with
game
the lamb.
changer.
You're onto something. It is absolutely delicious.
Thanks,
Thank you,
Justine.
Duncan.
Thanks for having me.